American News at 6 o'clock. At least 5 people have been taken to the hospital after a shooting at a corner market in South Los Angeles. Hello, I'm David Ono.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. Police are searching for possibly 3 people involved with the shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter is live near Manchester and Figueroa with new information from police this afternoon. Leanne.
Giovanna, David, that's right. We are waiting for Mayor Karen Bass as well as LAPD Chief Jim McDonald. They are expected here at the scene in about 5 to 10 minutes to talk about the shooting. I'm going to step out of the way and show you the scene here in South Los Angeles. You can see it remains cordoned off as this investigation continues in front of the 7 Market here. That is where the gunfire erupted, leaving 5 injured. Here's what authorities had to say just a short time ago.
At about 2:30 this afternoon, our officers received a radio call of a shooting here at 8501 South Figueroa. When they arrived, they were able to confirm that we did have 5 victims of a shooting at this time, and they're being treated as we speak. At this time, all of this is preliminary. We do have casings here at scene, but we're walking the neighborhood, looking for video to confirm exactly what happened. And as you can see behind us, our officers and our investigators are at scene working through this as we speak.
Now, the LAPD initially told us that one of those 5 victims had died due to his gunshots, but now we are told that that is not the case, that he is one of at least 2 that are in critical condition. Investigators telling us that all of them are male victims between 19 to 35 years old. At this point, they say it does appear to be a gang-related shooting. All they have on the suspects at this point are 3 men who were dressed in hoodies. They apparently fled in a white Honda Civic. As you heard the captain there saying, they are now looking for surveillance video, anything that may give them more information as to exactly what happened. Now, a short time ago, Mayor Karen Bass released a statement saying that, quote, "This incident of violence has disrupted the peace and will absolutely not be tolerated." She went on to say that the LAPD will be increasing their presence here in the South Los Angeles community, and that community violence interventionists will be working to de-escalate some of the concerns they have in
a community of violence, de-escalation, pro-agonists, tagonists, all of this other bullshit. Really what we all talking about and what we looking at is the fact that we need the National Guard in these major blue cities like Los Angeles and Chicago, because there are no de-escalation tactics with gang members that are shooting up plazas in the daytime and is willing to leave 5 bodies on the ground. There are no de-escalation tactics. What is wrong with these liberal mayors like Karen Bass and Brandon Johnson that just throws everybody under the bus? What's wrong with them? Why can't they figure out that there is no community violence advocate de-escalation tactics people that can go and negotiate with people that see they ops and is willing to leave a body on the ground? What, you think that they're going to put the guns down? You think that they just going to walk away? You think that that's going to be the end of the conversation? It's not. It's up till you stuck. That's what it is. And if you go over into this 7 Market, which probably used to be a 7-Eleven, but they didn't want to pay their licensing fees anymore, over in South Los Angeles and South LA, I guarantee you that as those 7, 8, 900,000, $1 million homes that are in the hood and people are absolutely under duress, terrified, bunk beds lined up, everybody living with each other, they broke, and they trying to just survive over there in South LA. Did you hear what she just said? Let me show y'all what she said again about the community advocate task force de-escalation.
Be tolerated. She went on to say that the LAPD will be increasing their presence here in the South Los Angeles community, and that community violence interventionists will be working to de-escalate.
Community violence interventionists, de-escalate, all of these big words. We need stronger penalties. We need crime to stop. We need people to be locked up. We need gang members to be arrested. We need drugs to stop flowing in the community. You know, they had their first homicide in D.C. since Trump took office. D.C.'s homicide rate was exponentially higher than Chicago, Los Angeles, and so on and so forth. They were pissed, so pissed to where Trump started having conversations about capital punishment and giving people the death penalty, that decided that they wanted to do the worst to the community. That's what I'm talking about. Harsh penalty. Bro, These people are not going to rehabilitate. They got tats on their face, teardrops on their face. They willing to let loose all of the different, and ain't nobody even going to tell. Ain't nobody going to snitch. They not going to say, hey, he the one that hurt me. He the one that killed me. They got to canvass the community for additional. Man, this is so dumb, bro. It's just so stupid. And now y'all over there in L.A. looking dumb as hell because y'all got Karen Bass as y'all mayor, and y'all down police officers also.
Some of the concerns, they have intentions within the neighborhood here. They are concerned that that is what could happen, that this shooting could spark more violence. Back live now here at the scene. Again, we are awaiting the arrival of Police Chief Jim McDonnell as well as Mayor.
I'm going to continue to follow this, but I got to give all this from the other perspective also.
A series of shootings hit South LA over the weekend. 10 people have been shot. 2 people have been killed.
They all happened within a few miles of each other. Mario is live at the latest shooting that happened at Century.
It's an outbreak of violence. It wasn't just a 5. It's now increased, and it's now spreading as their community preventionists are trying to stop things.
Maine. Mario.
Bob Brooke, the ongoing violence leaving residents here on edge. 3 shootings, as you mentioned, separate incidents within miles of each other in the span of 4 days. And you can see here the latest sparking this active homicide investigation by the LAPD. The shooting unfolding near this strip mall parking lot just outside of a T-Mobile store where the victim's body is covered right now. It was just before midnight. Take a look. This is at the corner of Century and Main Street. Police say 2 men were shot. A 25-year-old died at the scene. A 51-year-old man was rushed to the hospital in stable condition. Officers found dozens of shell casings scattered across the street here. Investigators telling us, according to witnesses, the victims were walking on the sidewalk when a group of suspects drove up to them, drew guns, and opened fire. And those suspects, they say, drove away with no vehicle description given. Police now calling the attack likely gang-related. And about 9 hours before this deadly gunfire, police responded to a mass shooting less than a mile away at Figueroa in Manchester, where 5 people were shot in broad daylight. The victims, 19 to 35 years old, 4 men and a woman. 1 remains in critical condition. Police say here 2 or 3 shooters were involved, speeding off in a white sedan. The violence sparking an urgent response from city leaders, Mayor Bass calling it senseless, and the police chief speaking out about the ongoing violence as well.
School right across the street. That's the time generally that the school is letting out the senselessness and the callousness of where they.
LA, bro. Look at Los Angeles, y'all. Look at the background. This is probably supposed to be one of the most beautiful cities in the United States of America, especially considering where it's located, the weather, all of this stuff. Look at Los Angeles, y'all. Look at that big head woman right there. That's y'all mayor. Look at her, bro.
Did it and when they did it, it should really hit all of us.
Now, investigators say it may have all started Saturday night. Deadly gunfire at 80th and Figueroa in the Vermont Knolls neighborhood. A 35-year-old man was killed, 2 others injured, and LAPD detectives believe that shooting may have set off this latest wave of violence, including last night's deadly attack. The mayor says police presence will now be increased here in South LA, hoping to prevent even more bloodshed. Now, coming back out here live, these are at least 2 of several cameras that we see here in the area. Investigators have been trying to get their hands on footage, talking to any potential witnesses. Again, 3 shootings, 3 locations within a few miles. For now, that's the latest here in South LA.
Be careful, y'all. Make sure y'all stay out of Los Angeles. If you're going to go to California and you a law-abiding citizen and you got a couple dollars that you want to spend, you can go over to maybe Newport Beach, go to Anaheim and go hang out at Disney. Maybe you can go over to San Diego. But Los Angeles, boy, that is a city that is lost. Can't even put the city of angels on there no more. Not at all. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Genly, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. I appreciate you. It's bad, y'all.